So let's say we had some skin, and then he had like a tank top on underneath, and actually, yeah, tank top would be like this, and then down. There you go. So let's say you had a tank top on. What I did was, you can have an object here. You can use mRGB Z grabber. I probably just did a document, or I'm sorry, a texture grab doc. And then now we can export this as like a PSD, and it's just an image, as you can see. And then I brought that into Substance Painter. And if I'm going to be painting orthographically, I'll change my camera to orthographic view. And then I can load that image up. So let's just do that real quick. It's going to be a really bad demo, but we'll just go ahead and say, have that selected. We'll say export that texture. Dgrab01 is fine. And then we'll go back in here and drag it down here, not into your viewport. Oh, okay. So we got Dgrab01. We're going to use this as a texture. You can save it as a current session or into the project itself or into the shelf forever. I'll just do current session import. So now I have Dgrab01 in here, so I can snap it to my orthographic view. And then in here, we can go into first. Let's go into layers here. Let's do a regular layer, which we can paint on, and or you can do a paint on layer and put it behind here. Essentially, actually, let's just do it onto the shirt. So for example, face, pants, steel, rubber. So the shirt section down here, if I hold down Alt, you can see that's the shirt. And then, so here's our vest visibility. I just did a color ID selection. So this color breakup in here is just a painted thing. So if I put in a little paint layer in here, I'm like, okay, I want to paint the body behind here. That's when I go into 3 mode, which is projection. And then through here, I can go down here to my base color. I can drag that into my base color. And now I can just line up my object, or I can tap S and I can make this, I can rotate this, or I can scale this up. So I'm going to line that up behind here. And then on this layer here, we're just going to be painting color information. So now I can go through here and I can paint that color information behind her shirt, and then it shows up. So I had, if you look in the demo, I had side views, front views, back views of her skin and the little undershirt she had. I matched it up and then I just painted through, and that just gives you the illusion of, let's turn this off, turn this on. Let's go back into painting mode. That illusion that it's a translucent shirt because I'm painting the skin and the shirt through it. So then if you did want to render this in iRay, let's go ahead and change it back to our perspective view camera here. All you gotta do is hit iRay. And then let's go ahead and change her environment here. So we'll go from a panorama to like a street here, and that'll kind of put her in that street view. In the dome, you can change the radius and the texture scale. You can also put in a clear color if you want to use the environment to light the object. So if I hold down Shift and right click, we're using the environment to light the object. But if you don't want to see that, you can turn on clear color, turn on reflectivity, all that stuff. So there's your little game res person that can run around in game, all that good stuff. So let's go out of iRay here. You can also save your image and stuff as well. And you can render larger than you might need to.